have a question, please get my attention and we'll try and get through as many as we can. We've got the roving mics as well, so please wait for those. Who wants to start us off? Craig Hall, Thank you.
Eddie, you asked for more from yourself, more from your players. I dare say I think you got it, yeah?
Yeah, great response from the players. I have to pay tribute to them tonight. I think they really did inspire each other and help each other. I thought it was one of our best performances of the season. It's a dominant display. Showed our quality. We had players going down with cramp at the end and showing signs that we had maxed out on the pitch. That's all I ever ask. Very grateful to have the group of players that I have. I think they're terrific professionals and a great day for us.
There was a moment at the end there when you celebrated with the supporters. You haven't ordinarily done that mid-season. Is that in the context of what's gone before, perhaps a little bit of relief, emotion coming out?
It was the fact I was pushed to the front and I had no choice, really. It's not really my style, but I think in that moment, I think it was probably more in recognition for the fact that we haven't won away enough. Our supporters have travelled far and wide to watch us and we feel like we've let them down on a few occasions. So nice today that we get that moment to celebrate with them, and not just me, but the players get a chance, some of the new players get a chance to experience the love from the fans. That was a special connection and I'm grateful it's still there.
Thank you. Craig, just behind you, St Tom, please. Thank you.
Just on that, Jacob Ramsey, first goal for the club, really passionately celebrating in front of the fans. How big a moment was that for him and a reward for what has been a solid few games for him?
Yeah, I think that was really good performance from JJ, Joe Willock, Bruno in our midfield. I thought we were really, really good in there. I thought we showed good energy, really good control. JJ was excellent, takes the ball in any moment, takes the ball under pressure and is really reliable with it. And in that position you need to score. I thought it was a great finish from him with his left foot and fitting reward really, because I think he has improved. I think his performances have been getting slowly better and stronger. I think he's a really talented player and I'm delighted for him.
Bruno came off just at the end there. How is he doing?
Not sure. He's a little bit worried. I think that he's not. He said he's never had a problem with his hamstrings before. So is it cramp? Was it a muscle problem? Probably feels more of an injury to me. But let's wait and see. Let's try and stay positive at this moment.
Dom, just across to Jordan, please. We'll go to Gary Cottrell, please.
Eddie Howe over here. Nice to see you.
There you go.
Congratulations. Obviously outside the North East, unfortunately the headlines aren't going to be your performance, but the fact that Spurs lost again and the boos and you're getting sacked in the morning from the home fans towards Thomas Frank. As a fellow manager, how do you feel when you hear that directed towards one of your colleagues?
Well, I think the fine reality of this job is that could be any of us at any moment, and it's not nice. I think when you look at Tottenham and you look at their injury list, it's an incredible list of players that they're missing, and I think that's really, really difficult for Thomas. I think he's an outstanding manager. I've come up against him many times. I think he's got all the attributes to be a top manager for this football club, and I hope he gets the time to show that.
Thank you. Jordan?
Yeah, Craig mentioned the moment at the end there, but just how special was that for you, given that everything that's happened and been said over the last few days?
Yeah, I just love the feeling of winning, and I love the feeling of winning for the players, for my staff, for the supporters, and of course for myself, because ultimately we're working to win, and if you're not achieving that, as I said in our last game, you feel like you're letting everybody down. So that was a great feeling. It was a great moment for us because we need to use it, we need to harness it, all the spirit that we showed today, we need to harness it for our next games.
Not just Jacob Ramsey, felt like a big performance from Anthony Elanga tonight. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I thought Anthony Elanga was really good. Jacob Ramsey was really good. I could probably go through the whole team, and again, I could probably go through the whole team on our previous games and say we weren't so good. Go through the whole team today and say it was really positive performances. I thought Malik and Sven at the back were outstanding. So yeah, really pleased with Anthony up front. So yeah, the whole team did really well.
We'll Scott Wilson and then to Lee Ryder, please.
You touched on Anthony up front there, Eddie. Obviously, you played that way at Liverpool, and it kind of got lost because of what happened at the end of the game. But actually, for half an hour there, it worked really well, and you looked really dangerous. It feels like, at the very least, it's another option you've got now. That's a way that you can play that's a little bit different to maybe how you have been set up earlier in the season.
Yeah, I think it's a valid option for us. I think Anthony has done really well there this season whenever he's played, and actually the team's done well off the back of that. Now, we haven't always scored the goals that a lot of our performances have deserved. I go back to the Liverpool game before he got sent off. Probably our best half an hour that we'd had, and we could have scored a number of goals. So it hasn't quite clicked in front of goal, but in some senses his mobility and his legs and his desire to press has made the team play better. So that's why I went with it today, and it's got a fluid look about it. He can drift wide, he can come lower, but he's got that pace that threatens the opponent's back line. So I was delighted with his attitude and his work rate today, and I thought the team responded well to it.
Thanks, Sean. We'll go to Lee and then just down at the front, please. Lee.
Eddie, you've touched on it before. It takes a while for some signings to settle in, but a great moment, as you say, for Ramsey and Alanga tonight to really show their worth. And I guess they'll just get stronger and stronger as the season goes on.
Yeah, I mean, the idea behind the signings, they're good ages, they'll only get better. They're really good athletes, they've got pace and the legs that we feel are really important, especially the way the Premier League's going. It's only getting quicker and quicker and the demands are getting greater. So I'm really enthusiastic about what their future can look like here. Of course, time will tell, as I've said. We need to give them time and the patience to develop. I keep saying that the lack of training has slowed their development, but I think they're beginning to feel at home in the team. And I think once you feel part of it and you feel integral to how the team plays, I think you can only get better.
Just on Lewis Miley, he wasn't in from the start. Fans before the game were like worried that he wasn't. That just shows you how far he's come on, that people are so concerned by his absence.
Lewis Miley?
Yeah.
Sorry, I lost that in the middle part.
The fans were concerned that he wasn't playing tonight.
Yeah.
Shows you how far he's come in a short space of time for that to be a situation.
Yeah, well, we're missing him massively. I mean, he's a huge player for us. So, of course, is Joe Linton in our midfield. I mean, they're two high-level players, and of course, we've spoken many times about the defensive injuries that we've had this season. We just hope we haven't lost Bruno. That would be the real negative of the night.
Go to the front and we'll finish with Kieran.
You touched on it, but you went with a very pacey front three tonight. Can you just explain your thinking behind it?
Yeah, we wanted to play with quite a fluid front line. We wanted to play with pace on transitions. We wanted to press aggressively, and to do that you have to have quick and mobile players. So all added to the mix. I thought they all played well, and they all showed their strengths with the legs. I think that's pivotal to playing away from home. We haven't always had that this season. I think we've looked a little bit off of our normal level, so today was definitely a twist in the right direction.
Thank you. Kieran, to finish.
Did you have a bit of soul searching to do after the Brentford game? What have these last couple of days been like for you personally?
I think a bit's an understatement, to be honest. I think whenever you're in a moment that we were in, you have to take stock of everything. And as I said after the press conference at Brentford, that wasn't an act. That was me being very real and very genuine in terms of how I felt. And I'll say it again, I've got to believe that I am the right person to be in the job with all the sacrifices that it entails, and I've got to feel the players are playing for me. And today they showed that they are, but that has to be consistent moving forward.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what does it mean when you see the players respond like that? I'm sure the noise has got into them, but they didn't let it affect them in a negative way.
No, if anything, they used it in a positive way, because I think it's brought us closer together and it's reinforced relationships and made us all look inward, made us all look at what we're doing and how we can do it better. This is a really tough job that we're doing. We're at the very highest level. You constantly ask new questions, and we're playing a game schedule that we're playing every 3 days, and sometimes that can feel like you can't breathe, you can't reset, and you're being asked to play again and again. And that's why we rotated the squad to a degree today, to try and just freshen a couple of players up so they can really find their top form. We need to try and have the ability to do that more if we can get a few players back from injury. We're desperate to be successful. All adds to the mix.
Sorry, last one, Tom Barkley.
Hi Eddie. Spurs are obviously in a difficult position in the league. You've had generally a lot of success since you've been to Newcastle, but obviously your final season at Bournemouth didn't go the way you wanted it to. How difficult is it when things start conspiring against you, you're not winning games, to turn it around at that point when this league is so competitive and it's so difficult to sort of reverse your direction of travel?
Yeah, it's not easy because momentum is very tough to get and it's easy to lose. I think, in my experience, the times I've really struggled to get results has been down to injuries. There's probably the main reason, and I think that's exactly where Tottenham are currently. And so I have a lot of sympathy for Thomas and his staff because, as I said, you look at the list of players they have, you've probably got a really strong Premier League team that are missing. So I think you need your players to really fight for you, as I feel my players did for me today. And you need to have that honesty in the group that they, when the chips are down, they're there for you. And I think that's the hallmark of the leadership of the group that I have. And that's all I can speak about, really.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Cheers.